and local authorities urgently investigating the mass shooting and fire that engulfed the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Sunday in Grand Blanc, Michigan.
We have an active shooter at the church, and PD's on scene saying the building is also on fire.
Investigators say 4 people were killed and at least 8 others injured.
I can confirm at this time that the FBI is now leading the investigation and is investigating this as an act of targeted violence.
Authorities say the suspect, a 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford, rammed this pickup truck through the church's front doors. Then, armed with an assault rifle, opened fire at hundreds of congregants packed inside for Sunday services.
We got children inside too.
The first calls to 911 at 10:25 a.m.
They're setting you up for another gun grab attempt, and this time it's going to come from the right, not the left. Do you see it? Hi, I'm Pastor Marty, and this is the Afternoon Drive. Please make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That'll give you notification of my rants, my ravings, my undeniably flawless reasonings. Hey, please like and share this video. It's the only way that we can get the word out that we're here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being part of the Afternoon Drive. We're 2 weeks out from the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We're a month out from the Catholic school shooting. The left-on-right violence is absolutely undeniable, unmistakable, not to mention all of the attacks on our ICE agents, etc., etc., etc. Now, just yesterday, there's this attack on a Mormon church. And, of course, the details that were being fed by the media and by the Trump administration DEI placement of Kash Patel at the FBI is that this former Marine didn't like the doctrine of the Mormon Church. I don't either, and I really wish the president and others wouldn't necessarily refer to it. Some of you are going to get mad at what I'm about to say. A Christian denomination, because they're not. It is the creation of the mind of Joseph Smith, and the fact that the doctrine teaches that basically we all become gods, and Jesus Christ was the firstborn among many brethren to produce other gods, and that we too become gods. That is not Christian doctrine, biblical doctrine. That is not Orthodox, conservative, fundamental Christian theology. Not on any level. But I digress. That's not what this is about. You didn't tune in here for a theology lesson. Let me tell you what's going on. I see this very clearly now. The left hasn't given up wanting to grab our guns. Because the deep state, the powers that be, the ruling oligarch, understand that as long as private citizens have access to firearms, they can't fully do what they would like to do. You know that the downfall of any society, true authoritarianism, is to de-weaponize the population, so they have no means of fighting back, of defending themselves. All of this, what gets spoon-fed to us as left-on-right violence, is it a way to finally get people on the right to say, Uncle, maybe we do need some gun control. Maybe we do need some new regulation. Maybe we do need to take a serious look at this and not just constantly say after one of these incidents, you have our support and our prayers, but maybe it really is time. Maybe we really do need to crack the whip on this one. Maybe the general public at large, this is one freedom too far that they just can no longer be responsible for. coming from the right. Because the deep state knows libloon leftists are never going to talk half the country, people on the right, into surrendering their Second Amendment freedom. Rhinos tried. Are we going to hear some of our conservative media, so-called, some of our new conservative political leaders begin to waver a little bit, begin to wane a little bit, and say, you know, in the light of all this just absolute madness, we must do something. You know what? Maybe we do need to legislate the Second Amendment differently than we have been. I mean, after all, every right in this country has restrictions with it and understandings with it, and nothing can be totally and completely absolute. This is the argument they're going to start making.
Check out the big brain on Brad.
You know, I could make the argument that back in the day, Laura Ingalls, when she got hot at Nellie Olson on Little House on the Prairie, didn't go home, grab the rifle off the mantle, and go back and start shooting up the Walnut Grove school. You know, we make the argument that the issue is not the weapon, it's the people. And that's even been the argument on the right. It's not the weapon, it's the people. So is the new argument going to be, well, see, there was a time you could have a firearm out in your home like that, and kids didn't think anything about it, and they wouldn't take it without Pa's permission, but we don't live in those times anymore. And people, because we understand we live in a sin-cursed, fallen society, and there are wicked, evil people who do wicked, evil things. Now, what will be lost is the fact that this guy drove his vehicle into the building and then set it on fire. But what they're going to get focused on, he opened fire, he shot. I'm telling you, you're going to start hearing some conservative voices begin to bend a little bit and begin to talk about the need for oversight, regulation, registration, ultimately leading to confiscation. Let's see if I'm prophetic about this.